back to Here Impact. I'm Cassandra Hilos, your host. And today we're going to talk about the 10 myths that we hear all over the news, all over social media about, of course, COVID vaccine. Now, if you are vaccinated, or if you are not yet, you're planning to, or you will not be vaccinated because of this myth that are spreading all over the news about the vaccines and just spreading anxiety and fear among all of us. I think that you will find very interesting about these 10 myths that are still myths and not facts. And that comes from John Hopkins' website that sum up, I guess, in a way, all over the world, all scientists are telling us. So, number one myth is that the vaccine can affect woman fertility. So, the vaccine will not affect fertility. That is a fact, actually. The truth is that the vaccine, so it helps you to create a specific protein that is found on the coronavirus surface. So that protein actually detect and fight the virus. So it's really good to have that protein, and the vaccine gives you that opportunity. But the confusion with the media or people telling us that affects women fertility is that they confuse it with another protein that we find in the growth and the attachment of the placenta during pregnancy. So they confuse these two different proteins, and they're saying, oh, it's the same protein. And that's why they say about the women fertility that is affected by the vaccine. But actually, it's not. It's really different proteins. So either you get the vaccine, you will not be affected, your fertility, anything. And both they did tests of the vaccines into women volunteers about this that were pregnant. Not even one gave that indication to scientists. So another myth is that we don't need a vaccine if you had already been affected by COVID. But the truth is that until now, we don't know for sure how many days you have that you are immune to COVID if you got it already, the virus. So getting a vaccine is you just increase your chances to not get it don't be sick, by virus, especially critical sick. So yeah, you actually protect yourself longer, and you just be sure that you are protected, because we still don't have enough information about the immunity of the virus. Now, another myth that people that don't want to be vaccinated are using is that they did these vaccines real rushed. So we don't know if these are safe, and we don't trust the scientists about them. But actually, from the beginning, we know that the vaccines were 95% effective against the virus. And yes, there are some side effects, but not serious ones, not life-threatening ones. And yes, they did it quickly, but they are relying on like decades of research to make a vaccine. So yeah, they had so small time to do them, but you have to understand, everybody all over the world, the governments, the scientists, they're looking for vaccines immediately. So the scientists have got a lot of money, a lot of focus on them. They have all this help from volunteers, and to develop vaccine, it takes time, yes, but you don't have all these things. And with coronavirus, because of the pandemic, they had the money, they have the manpower, the woman power, the volunteers, all these elements you need to develop the vaccines. And also, you're aligned to decades of how to develop vaccine research. So the mRNA technology, they have developed it for two decades. And that's the technology they use because it's easier to do the vaccines with that technology. So this is not new at all. Another myth is that we have to stop wearing masks. We don't take any precaution about coronavirus if you are vaccinated, which is not 100% true. Yes, you can do more activities, I guess, and not wearing your mask, but you have to just do precautionary what your local law says. So you have to comply with everything. And if you're going to your doctor or the hospital, so where there are a lot of sick people with coronavirus, of course you have to take precautions and protect yourself against that. Now, another crazy myth is that when you get the vaccine, you will, get the virus too, which doesn't make any sense. Why people develop vaccines if you get the virus from the vaccine? It's really crazy what people are talking about. So, and that's, of course, is a myth. And the fact is that the vaccine will not give you the virus. What actually does is that the vaccine with the mRNA technology helps you to just reproduce a protein, which is a part of the coronavirus that will help your body to recognize and fight the virus. That's all, So you will not get the virus from the vaccines. That protein helps your immune system to recognize and fight the virus. So you're not going to get infected with the virus if you put it. Another myth, of course, is the side effects that we all hear. I mean, that's the constant thing that we're talking about on the media, on the news, all over the world. But not only that, wherever you sit now, you're just hearing people telling about the side effects. And people that want to be vaccinated, they get scared. And the people they don't want to vaccinate, they just use them to scare people and just justify themselves. So yeah, if you, of course, if you don't want to vaccinate, that's your right, human right. But you cannot just, send these myths and rumors to people to get scared because of that. Just because you don't want to be vaccinated. So yes, we have some side effect. I had also some side effect when I put my vaccine at AstraZeneca. But they're not long term, they're very short, 1-2 days, they're not serious with, and ultimately, if you have some side effects, it just tells you that yes, the vaccine works and I stimulate your immune system and you're ready now to, fight the virus if you get it. That's all the side effects telling you to. So another myth is that we hear about a lot because of the mRNA technology. And I think they confuse it with DNA, is that they will change your DNA and you will grow tail and third eye. I mean, they make jokes about that, but some people believe it. And well, some people, they think that their DNA will be affected and they will change in some few years. So that is completely false. That's a urban myth now by now. The fact is that no, yes, it goes to your cell, but about the mRNA again, for the protein to be developed and to fight that virus, that protein only. So it doesn't affect your DNA at all. It doesn't touch the part of the cell that has the DNA. Just to clarify that. Another myth, of course, is the technology, the mRNA technology that is new. I know it's not new. It's like 2 decades, as I said before. And it's actually used, this kind of technology, because they can, in this pandemic time that we're living, they can produce the vaccines faster. And that's why they are using that technology. So another myth, of course, is that the vaccine was developed using some substances, controversial substances. I mean, they said everything of what a vaccine contains, and it's really scary that people believe it, and also scary that people think about it. I mean, think and they say it did. So what your vaccine ingredients are is actually fats like the protein, the mRNA. So in order to protect the mRNA, the fats, salts, and just a small amount of sugar. That's all. So they don't develop the vaccine using fetal tissue. I mean, God, cells of dead babies. I mean, who can think like that? So no, they didn't use that. Or they didn't use any microchip or any tracking devices, so they can, like a GPS, so they can control us all, humanity, like that, like Hitler stuff or whatever. No, they did not do that at all. It's a myth again. Now, a final myth about the vaccine of COVID is that now we have vaccines for the common cold, for HIV, all these diseases because we have developed the vaccine. Well, not really. I mean, we have a lot different viruses, so there cannot be one vaccine for every type of viruses. You cannot do that. I mean, it will not work. So, for example, HIV virus. The thing is, with this virus, it can hide, so the human immune system cannot detect it. And that's why it's so difficult to actually make a vaccine to fight that. Or even the common cold. We have just hundreds of different viruses about the common cold. So just to develop a vaccine to fight all these different kind of viruses cannot be done. I mean, you have to have every virus is one vaccine in order to do that, to be effective. So these are the 10 myths we hear a lot in the news, a lot in the social media, among friends, the discussion we hear, scientists all over the world. But just to know that these are just what they're saying they are. They are myths. And whatever they are telling you, we all have to start trusting science, because science is not lying. They're not politicians. They're not government offices. Science is science. It's facts. It's just facts. So it's better to be informed by facts and the knowledge we have until today. Yes, of course, science is a really living thing in a way. I mean, it's just changed a lot, and we don't have all the information yet. Or the pandemic, and I think we will have it when the pandemic ends. But until now, we know that it's safer to be vaccinated in order for the pandemic to come to an end and just move on. And that's the main reason, because economy, human health, human lives are in stake here, and we have to start trusting this system, the health system all over the world, that its mainly aim is to protect us, our health, our human health, our animal health, and the environment in the end. I mean, we are just all connected in a way. So thank you for being with me with an episode of Her Impact. I'll see you next time. Make science your superpower, and don't let these myths, be affected with your mental health. And I'll see you next time with another episode.